Family, here we are, October 10th, and we lost a lot of color just within the just that commercial break. Essentially, we lost all the beautiful sunset tones. Sunrise tomorrow morning, again, depends on where you are, anywhere from 7:15 to 7:20 tomorrow morning. That's when we see that bright orb in the sky returning. Another trip around. Here we go. Today, we hit mid-70s, 74 degrees. We should be about 70 this time of the year. Now, we will get to the averages in a couple of days. In fact, we have a cold front that's advancing in that's going to help us lower from non-record setting temperatures back down to the averages the next couple of days. You can see those records are about 10 degrees warmer than where we are right now, mid-80s. For Montrose, the typical temperature in early October, mid-October, upper 60s. We were in 70 degrees today, so we're going to do another mild day tomorrow. I expect temperatures to be a degree plus or minus, just like we were today for tomorrow. But that cold front that comes through on Wednesday, about the only thing it's going to do for us will be to get our temperatures back down to the averages. We're not dropping significantly. We're not going to have any freeze watches or warnings. We won't even have a red flag warning. And I'll talk about that in just a moment, because on radar right now, here we are zoomed in a little bit close. We had something to talk about between the 3 and the 5 o'clock hour today. We had storms popping up, bubbling up, I should say, over Delta County. And in fact, it was specifically over Paonia and Hotchkiss that we had those lightning strikes and those light rain showers and some breezy conditions. In fact, Delta picked up a wind gust today from those storms in the mountains. I don't even use that term correctly. They're not storms. They're just bubbling up and then they diminish in on themselves. Very little drift. And if they do leave the anchor point, which is the high terrain, they collapse. And that's about all she wrote. So we'll do this again tomorrow afternoon. Even on Wednesday, it'll be focused in the mountain zones. But with Wednesday coming online, with the cold front already passing through for the day, that'll be a cool day for the forecast period, but it's not all that cold. We were going to get an increase in wind speeds tomorrow afternoon as that cold front advances in. Now, there's already portions of the eastern plains of our state under a red flag warning tomorrow as a result, but that's further to the north. In fact, the further north you go and the higher in elevation you go. In fact, if you're thinking about hiking, whether it's going up to the Grand Mesa, even the Uncompahgre Plateau, anything above 7,500 feet, Mount Garfield, for example, anything above 7,000 feet, you're going to encounter some breezier, gustier conditions. And then the further north you go, the windier conditions. So keep that in mind if you're going to spend some time Tuesday afternoon outside. We're still going to have great temperatures tomorrow afternoon. Right now we're parked in the upper 60s. I'd say comfortably parked near the 70-degree mark for many locations. Now, mid-70s for Moab and Delta today. Again, we're not setting records. Mid-60s in Pitkin County and in Gunnison County. So we have this mild stretch, and this is going to continue. Let's take the equation. Let's take the cold front out of the equation. And that's just a brief little blip, if you will, on radar, no pun intended, for the Tuesday afternoon period. You can see the cold front advancing in from the northwest. We're still maintaining drier conditions. We still have the presence of this high pressure system in the Pacific Ocean, and this is going to be the overruling factor. Yes, we still have this minor disturbance, this cutoff low, which is still feeding in some rain chances and helping our mountain zones, but not all that much. Trough of low pressure developing ahead of that high pressure system. This is where our wind comes at us. As the cold front advances in, we round out the base of that low pressure system, southwest flow engages. A little bit of wind. It's not going to push in our rain chances. This cold front will pass through Tuesday into Wednesday, and we'll get our temperatures to drop. Minor drop in the temperatures. And then we're going to rebound because that high pressure system flexes back in. We get a northwest flow that reinforces the dry conditions, also will reinforce the clear skies. So really, with the exception of the clouds building in late tomorrow afternoon and kind of obscuring the overnight hours Tuesday into Wednesday, this is about it. So moving forward, it's rather tranquil. We have a lot of sunshine we can look forward to. We have these dry conditions to look forward to. No rain chances, even though we've had a lot of rain earlier this month. Montrose already just over 1.5 inches of rain for the month, and that's all due mostly, in fact, entirely to that storm we had developing at the beginning of this month. So now we get into a pattern of dry, storm-free period. We're going to work on the temperatures. We're going to try to keep them as close to possible as the average as we can, but it's not likely because we're going to go slightly warmer. Top wind gusts of the day today, 10 to 20, maybe. As that cold front comes through tomorrow, late afternoon, we could probably go 15 to 25 top wind gusts. So there's not a lot there of concern for me. If you have a burn permit, put it on hold tomorrow afternoon, please. Look with me now through the extended period. Even with that little Tuesday hiccup, everything else looks fantastic. So you could get out and about for the work week. You can get out and about for the upcoming weekend. Maybe your quote unquote weekend is a Wednesday, Thursday this week. That would be a great time to get out and drive through the mountain zones. beautiful views. The higher elevations are turning fast. Some of you would argue it's already turned, but they're still up there. I like right around 9,500 elevation. That's where I'm parked at, comfortably looking at those leaves, and it is beautiful.